Okay, now it's time to start cleaning this thing. I think to get the blade off, we're going to have to remove these, hold on, we're going to have to remove these nuts to take the grill off, because I don't think the blade will clear, or not necessarily take the grill off, but take this huge metal shroud off, because I don't think the blades are going to clear it. I'm going to start by loosening the blade. I just put this Allen key in here, and the set screw is already loose, so take it out some more and see how easy it is to get this blade off, or if I have to use the puller. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to have to use the puller. It's annoying. Alright, now we'll detach the shroud from the grill. Okay, the puller's on. Let's start loosening this thing. Try it by hand first, and it is coming loose actually, just by hand, so that's good. Alright, that should be enough. I'm gonna try and do this without having this thing fall over. Let's see if it comes off. Okay, it's still stuck on there a bit. I think I'm gonna have to put a little socket in there or something and use the puller again, because that end of that puller is too big to fit in this hole, so stay tuned. Alright, I got the little nut driver thing socket in there, and I'm trying to pull the blade off the rest of the way. It's nice that I'm able to do this by hand with the puller and not have... Okay, the blade's off. Here we go. This is a really nice blade. Very thick, all steel construction. They don't make things like this anymore, that's for sure. And these little fins on here are to pull air through the motor to keep it cool. Very nice design. Alright, here we are into the motor. The windings look great in this motor. And I like how heavy gauge the windings are in these GE motors. They're very well built. It's got this these fins on it to cool the motor off. So I'm going to lay this down and we'll start oiling from the front. Basically, you go into, hang on a second, try and get this to focus. If you are oiling from the front, you go into this, hang on a second, you basically put the oil into this part right here where I have the Allen key going in, not up here. So it's the smaller gap that the oil goes in. And yeah, I know you're supposed to drill a hole in the back plate and pry it off and all that stuff, and I've done that before with these GE fans, but I just don't feel like doing it with this one. Some of them, it ended up helping them. Others, it just, made things worse. So I like to leave well enough alone if I can. So yeah, I'm gonna vacuum this out a bit, and someday I'll probably take this stator out and I'll vacuum the back bearings, or the back windings, but right now it doesn't really need it. So let me go ahead and vacuum this, and then we'll start oiling it. Okay, there is a nut right here holding this back plate on. So I'm going to take this off actually and just vacuum out the back of the motor just to be a little bit more thorough. So let me do that real quick. Okay, back plate is off. Here it is. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. And here's the little nut that holds it on. I was able to spin it off just by putting a socket on it. I was going to use this, but I figured that'd be a little overkill. So now let me pull this switch box off, and I'm going to vacuum out the back of the motor. I'm going to try and get this out with a flathead screwdriver. If this doesn't work, I might move up to a drill. I know these are on pretty damn tight. So, oh, that one came loose. That's good. Now for the bottom one. That one was pretty loose actually. Okay, box is off. Now I can see the back of the motor. This has never been tampered with because there's no hole drilled in the back plate. So I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum this out a little bit because it's actually pretty dusty in some areas. Okay, I vacuumed out the motor as well as I could. I think what I'm gonna do is someday I'm just gonna get an air sprayer tool for my air compressor and just blow the rest of the dust out. There's really not that much in there, so just go ahead and tighten this back up. Alright, nice and tight. Alright, I don't think that needs to be put on any tighter than that. I don't want to crack that old plastic, so now I'm going to lay it down and start oiling it. I took the back cover off again before I laid it down since I don't want to crack this thing at all. Because that's, old brittle plastic. So I'm going to start oiling this. And probably start with the thinner stuff so it can work its way through the bearing and free it up as good as it possibly can. Then we'll use the thicker stuff as a longer lasting lubricant. Although a lot of the reviews on this stuff say that this is really long lasting, so that's good. Alright, start putting some oil in. Sorry you can't see anything. And you can really fill these motors up with oil because they have a huge oil wick in the back behind that plate. So and it's taken all the oil, so that's good. seems to spin freer when I turn it this way than it does this way. I don't know why that is, but I'm sure the oiling will help it. Alright, I put plenty of that thin stuff in. Now I'm going to start putting this stuff in, which is a little bit thicker. Alright, this thing is spinning super free now. It takes a long time for that rotor to come to a stop. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, now I'm going to put the blade back on. I'm going to put a drop of oil where it goes on the motor shaft so it doesn't get stuck again. Alright, that should be good. Hang on a second. Got the blade on the motor shaft, so I'm going to tighten this in screw. It was kind of a pain in the ass to get it to slip on there, but it worked eventually, so that's good. Come on. Alright, that's on there, spinning very free. So I'll put the shroud back on and we'll give it a test run. Come on, don't fall. Hope you can see what I'm doing here. On the floor. Great. Alright, all the nuts are on right now. I'm going to finish tightening them up with the drill. Turn the setting way down low so it doesn't strip anything out. This one's being kind of tough. Alright, that's all done. I'll turn it around and we'll give it a test run. I'm looking forward to this because I've had this thing for a while and I haven't done anything with it, so it's nice to finally be able to mess around with it. I've wanted one of these ever since I first saw one on Jordan Yu's channel, because he had one of these. It's not reversible like this one, but still really nice. So let's see if I got the camera pointed straight. And we will start up going out on high. Oh, I gotta plug it in. Hang on a second. Alright, here's high going out. Much quieter. Down to medium. A little bit of a vibration when it's sitting at certain angles, but it is super quiet now. I'm really impressed with this. Low. It's probably one of the quietest fans I've ever heard. Definitely running at full speed now. Well, I think you get the point. It's taking a very long time to come to a stop, so that's good. That oil really, really helped. I'm going to start it up in the opposite direction. Oh, that's the wrong way. So that'll pretty much do it for this long video. Thanks for watching.